Hey guys, welcome to Gizmo Times. This is Chetan and let's talk about the Honor 7C. The smartphone was launched exactly at the same price at which the Xiaomi Redmi Note 5 was launched, and both of them offer a lot of specifications which are quite good for the price. But then in this video we'll mostly talk about this smartphone and talk about a few things where this is actually better than the Redmi Note 5. I also have the Redmi Note 5 which looks quite good. Both of them have the same metal body, but that's not the only difference. Let's talk about how do they differ. The Honor 7C comes with a 6-inch HD Plus display, that's the 720 to 1440 pixels of screen resolution, and that's the 18:9 aspect ratio. That is the full view display, and there's that Honor logo towards the bottom. On the top is the camera, the earpiece grill, as well as the set of sensors. And with Honor, it's always the case that you don't see these designs on any other smartphones from the other brands. Mostly in this price range, you see one copying the other, one being inspired by the other. But Honor has its own set of designs that come in every smartphone, a bit different from each other. So here you see the camera combination towards the top. This is the plastic area for the antenna reception, and this is the metal backplate. The fingerprint sensor is located towards the back, and this is the dual lens camera combination given here with a 13 megapixel plus 2 megapixel combination, which is similar to the earlier phones from Honor, where you see the 13 megapixel camera doing the captures while the 2MP1 is for the depth recognition while taking the portrait shots. On the front is an 8 megapixel camera for the selfies. And this phone is powered by, surprisingly, this Qualcomm Snapdragon 450 chipset and not the Kirin one. And although there is no real good difference between the Qualcomm Snapdragon and the Kirin chipsets in the real life performance, still for some who had that mentality about having the Snapdragon chipsets in their smartphones, this is the one you can go for because it comes in the Snapdragon 450 octa-core chipset. And there are different variants, one with 3GB 32GB combination of RAM and storage, while the other one having 4 plus 64GB combination. Now getting into the software, the Honor 7C comes with the Android 8.1 Oreo based EMUI 8.1 that has a lot of features to offer. There are some pre-installed applications as well, but the list of gesture features that are given here are very useful and you can actually use them to make your experience better. And one of the important areas of this smartphone is this fingerprint sensor, because it does not do only the unlocking of your phone, but there are a lot of features that are included along with that. While using the camera application, you can long tap on this to actually take a capture. You can swipe on this on any screen to drag down the notification panel, swipe this to access the different photos, swipe through the photos, and there are a couple of other options as well, such as turning off alarms. So there is a lot that you can do with the fingerprint sensor of the Honor smartphones and even the Honor 7C, and that is one advantage of the Honor phones over the others, because it's not just that hardware for the unlocking of the phone that you see here. And the other thing that in this price range, again, there's a lot of need for the users is that the dedicated microSD card slot. This phone comes with 3 slots, 2 for the SIM cards and the third one for the microSD card for the storage expansion. Most of the smartphones, including the Xiaomi smartphones, the Redmi Note 5 and the Redmi Note 5 Pro, they come with a hybrid SIM slot, and that is where the second one can have either a SIM card or a microSD card for the storage expansion. So the Honor 7C has a lot of features inside the camera as well. And for the portrait mode, when it takes advantage of the secondary camera, you see the f-stop or the aperture size going to the best of 0.95, where there's a very good blur on the background. And you can see in the captures that we have taken here, you can see that the blur on the background is quite good, and even the edge detection, where you see the object being focused, being very well noticed, and there's a proper edge being cut out here, and the background is very well blurred. So with the cameras, if you compare this with the Redmi Note 5, that has only a single lens 12 megapixel camera, and that does not offer any portrait mode because there's no secondary camera, and even if there was a portrait mode, that would have taken advantage of the software to help with the blurring of the background. Now before we wrap up, we'll talk about those differences between these two smartphones and where the Honor 7C is actually better than the Redmi Note 5. Firstly, it is with the fact that it comes with the dedicated microSD card slot, which is not present on the Redmi Note 5. Next one, as said, this comes with a single lens camera, the Redmi Note 5, and that is quite a disadvantage because in this price range you have seen many smartphones actually coming with a dual lens camera combination, and the Honor 7A, actually the lesser priced variant of the Honor 7C, that also has a dual lens camera. So the Redmi Note 5 not having that is a very big disadvantage. The other point is about the software, where the Honor 7C comes with the Android Oreo based EMUI and the MIUI still sticks on Android Nougat, and that is always something that Xiaomi is criticized about, not offering the latest Android updates. Though the MIUI updates are regularly coming in, there's no actual update to the Android OS itself, and that is another big disadvantage of the Redmi Note 5 when compared to the Honor 7C. But to add to that, not just the Android version but also with the security updates, if I'm checking out right now, it's the Android security patch level of 1st November 2017, so it's about 6 months old security patch that is given on the Redmi Note 5. So So you can see that how slow Xiaomi is with the Android updates and with the security updates as well. And the final difference or the final advantage of the Honor 7C over the Redmi Note 5 is that this comes with a face unlock, and that works quite well, and this does not have the face unlock feature at all. And for the security, even though both of them come with the fingerprint sensor, and you know that this comes with those extra features to use the fingerprint sensor better, this comes with only the basic fingerprint sensor, but there's no face unlock, and that is the final disadvantage of the Redmi Note 5 when compared to the Honor 7C. So this was all about the Honor 7C, that is priced at Rs 9,999 for the 3GB RAM variant and 11,999 for the 4GB RAM variant. And this was the walkthrough of the device and the quick comparison with the Redmi Note 5 smartphone. I hope you like this video, and if you have any other questions, do let me know and subscribe to Gizmo for more. Thank you for watching and see you in our next video.